Australia from Italy, but we have the Australian agent present here in Emmanuel Bova, who everybody knows, and I'd like to ask Emmanuel to come on their behalf and accept this award. Thank you. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. The largest fish prizes. I'd like to ask New Zealand's highest ranking spearfishing competitor, present in this room tonight, Darren Shields, 5 times National Open champion, to come up and present the prizes for the largest fish. The largest fish overall was a barracuda of 19.1 kilograms, taken today by the current Australian national champion, Tim Nielsen. Tim wins a fantastic painting over here, an oil painting done by one of our local artists. Thank you very much, Tim. The largest kingfish. The prize is a pair of Escopez fins. The fish was 14.55 kilograms, and the winner, Joshua Spicer, an intermediate diver. Congratulations, Joshua. The largest mackerel taken over the weekend was 14.5 kilos. Not quite as big as last year, but still a very nice fish. The winner, Roy Agostino. He wears a pair of JB Escopez fins.
What gloves are you from? No, the Dolphins.
The largest Samson fish, 17.05 kilograms, from France, Frederic Torre. Frederic also wins a pair of Escopez fins. The largest tuna over the weekend was 6.7 kilograms. From Spain, Pepe Vina. And the largest amberjack for the weekend at 6.6 kilograms from France, Gerhard Segura. Congratulations, Gerhard. And thanks very much, Darren, for your help too. I'd now like to ask from England, the father of a competitor from last year from England. Obviously, Barry influenced his father to a great deal, and a friend, to come out and fish this year. George Coleman to come up and present the prizes to the pairs and teams. Thanks, George. On Saturday, the pairs were contested. The winners, winning a shield and a pair of apnea shorts each, with a score of 1,046 points, Ray Powell and Paul Marks. Let me show you. The runners-up in the pairs on Saturday with a score of 969 points, winning a statuette each, Chris Brown and Darren Shields from New Zealand. All the wooden carvings on display, I might add now, are made by a Sydney sculptor in Alec Howard, a very old and dear friend of mine. He was actually founder of the past club I was in, the first club I was in, and it's a pleasure to have him here again tonight. The mystery teams held today with a score, the winners with a score of 1,215 points, winning a shield and a pair of apnea shorts. From France, Oliver Bardot, and a couple of local divers, Alan George and Wade Bolt. Runners-up in the mystery teams today. And I've only got 2 names here, which is a bit of a worry. We'll come back to that one. Well, thank you very much, George, for coming up and give us a hand for that. Okay, we're missing a name on the runners-up in the mystery team, so we'll just look into that. I'd now like to ask somebody, one of 4 people who made a fantastic effort to get here. The competition was not what they expected, perhaps. The sun was certainly a lot hotter and took its toll on their skin on the first day. But nonetheless, they certainly have enjoyed the competition. And after a marathon effort, I'd like to invite up from Moldova, Ili Boligan, to present the prizes to the Masters Division. When I got a fax last year from Ili inquiring about the Moldovan team coming to Australia, I didn't have a clue where it was. I dived for the atlas and even struggled to find it then. Ili went to enormous communications with faxes and phones to try and get here, but unfortunately time ran very short. It was only a couple of weeks before the competition when he realised that he couldn't make it. He went to the same effort this year, and only on Friday did they manage to get here. There was very little time to actually brief them on the competition, the type of fish, etc. So they found the fishing extremely difficult. Not that a lot of us others didn't either, but I'd certainly like to thank him for making the effort to come today. And to present the prizes to the Masters Division, 3rd place, winning a shield, Trevor George. Thanks, Trevor. Second place, another consistent George winner, Alan George, Trevor's brother. Every year the George family who are certainly mackerel specialists, consistently find mackerel each year. I'm sure they've got a pen of them somewhere. I'm going to follow them one year. I even wrote in their profiles, if you don't know where to go, follow this man. And I didn't take my own advice, unfortunately. But every day, once again, they brought in a mackerel and got into the points. And first place in the Masters division, from New Zealand, Chris Brown, last year's winner in the Masters division. In fact, if memory serves me right, these three places were taken by these three men last year in the Masters division. And before you go, Illy, I will ask you to present the prizes for the mystery team's runners-up, the three statuettes, with a score of 1101.5 points. From Spain, Pepe Vina. From France, Frederic Torre. And Australian Ray Smith. Thank you very much, Illy. Thank you for coming out and coming to Australia. Very much. Unfortunately, Illy speaks no English, so there's very little he can say. He does have an English translator, but he also struggles with it somewhat. I'd now like to invite up, from Spain once again, Alessandro Picasso, to present the prizes to the Veterans Division. Third place in the Veterans Division. I don't have all the scores here, but they will be made available later. From England, via Greece, David Dodenhoff. David spent the past 18 years in Greece, so he's sort of a 50-50 pomp, but he spent a great deal of time out here this year, almost 3 months, to get acclimatised and understand the fish, and I believe that's what's brought him the success over the weekend. Congratulations, David. Second place, from France, Gerhard Segura. Congratulations, Gerard. And first place in the Veterans Division, Tony Hugh. So Tony's certainly making his mark on the sport since coming to Australia a couple of years ago. And yes, having a great time, no doubt. Thank you very much, Alessandro, for your help. I'd now like to invite to the stage the 1994 World Spearfishing Champion, 1996 World Spearfishing Champion runner-up from Spain, Pepe Vina, to present the prizes to the senior division. Third place in the senior division is Paul Marks. Congratulations, Paul. Second place, Ray Powell. Ray Powell. Where are they? Here he is. Congratulations, Ray. Well done. And first place, Frederick Torre from France. Thank you very much, Frederick. And thank you very much, Pepe, for coming out from Spain and presenting the prizes. Thank you. Just a dash of Italian blood in there, I think. The intermediate division. We only had a couple of intermediate competitors, unfortunately, but we got a result out of it. With a score of 405 points, Joshua Spicer. Well done, Josh. Thanks, Josh. In the junior division, second place with a score of 125 points, and I must add here that we get very few juniors in this, excuse me, in this competition because of the degree of difficulty. It is extremely difficult to find pelagic fish, especially this year. But we had a couple of juniors start, which is fantastic, and we're here to give them encouragement. We're going to award the second place winner a shield and an almighty gun made from one of our local gun manufacturers in Tony Payne, with 125.5 points to Jared Erickson. The committee is most eager to inspire and encourage the juniors to carry the sport on. They are the future of the sport, and they are most important division of people. And the junior winner, with a score of 167 points, winning a shield and a scuba course valued at $280 to be able to broaden your horizons in the sport, Jason Smith. Congratulations, Jason. Okay, in we get into the top 25 places. I'd like to ask to come to the stage the current US national champion, as I've mentioned before, in Gerald Lim, to present some of the prizes to the top 25 winners. Thank you, Gerald. Starting off at 25th place, winning a Bluewater Hunting International video, Rob Torelli's new video out on the market now, and Rob does have some extra copies here available tonight if you'd like to take one home. The winner, Roy Agostino. Congratulations, Roy, wherever you are. Fourth place, winning the same prize, from Italy, Giuseppe Tortorello. This is Giuseppe's third visit to the Bluewater Classic. He certainly has a heck of a lot of experience behind him, but as we all know, it was a tough weekend to find fish. Last year, from memory, I think Giuseppe placed third. 23rd place, winning a video with a score of 374 points, Jonathan Harrison. Second place, with a score of 381.5 points, Mark Collis. Thanks, Mark. 21st place, winning a video and a freediving book from Terry Maas, compliments of Terry Maas. And I might add, this is the first copy of Terry's new book in Australia. Terry's new book called Freediving. The winner, an ex-local lad in Wade Fault with a score of 399. Terry went to great pains to get this book out before the Classics so that we could present it. He only had a limited amount at home, but Terry explained to me there's a large shipment on its way for those who'd like to place their orders. '20th place, winning a Bluewater Hunting International video and a pair of JB Esclopez shorts. An intermediate diver, Joshua Spicer. Joshua certainly had some exploits in spearfishing around Australia, and no doubt that carried him through the competition this weekend. 19th place, winning a Bluewater Hunting International video and a pair of JB Esclopez shorts, Steve Wayne. Steve here? Steve's not here, so I'll get somebody to pass that on to him. 18th place, with a score of 489.5 points, winning a Bluewater Hunting International video and a pair of... I've got here a pair of apnea shorts. That's a little intriguing. From Spain, Pepe Vina. '17th place overall, with a score of 507 points, our local lad again, Trevor George. Trevor is very consistent in the competition each year, without a doubt. As is 16th place winner, his brother Alan George with a score of 527 points. And thank you very much, Gerald, for your help over tonight. I'd now like to call upon the President of the French Spearfishing Federation to come and present the next lot of prizes from France, Michel Cantu. '15th place had the same score as 14th place, with a score of 548 points. They both tied at this place. I'll call them up one at a time. Firstly, from France, Gerard Segura. That'll certainly lubricate something. Congratulations, Spirit. It costs more to freight home to France than what it's worth, perhaps. And also, one of our Sydney high-profile divers in Adam Smith. Adam Smith also, 548 points. Congratulations, Adam. Adam's been here every year, as have many of the people here this year, and it's fantastic to have such regular support. Stick around, I'll tell you when to go, Michelle. Okay. 13th place. With a score of 580.5 points, winning in a video and a pair of Escopez Farmer Johns, from New Zealand, Chris Brown. Congratulations, Chris. I don't know about the short pants over in New Zealand, Chris, but certainly keep something warm. Twelfth place. Winning exactly the same thing again, Margaret. From the South Coast, with a score of 596.5 points, Ray Schmidt. Ray's certainly one of the South Coast of New South Wales' most efficient divers. He absolutely loves the sport with a great passion, and has been a very consistent attendee as well. Thanks, Ray. Eleventh place, winning a video and a pair of Mares fins with a score of 601 points, Mick Dyson from Newcastle. Congratulations, Mick. Thanks for coming. 10th place, winning a video and an Omer mask, knife and snorkel from South Africa with a score of 616.5 points, Edward Heyman. Congratulations, Edward. Ninth place overall, 9th place open, winning the same thing again, a Bluewater Hunting International video, an Omer mask, knife and snorkel, compliments of Omer. Another ex-South African in Tony Hill. Only half a point separated the two South Africans. Well, I don't think Tony considers himself a South African. He's a naturalised Australian now. But it's going to take a few years to drop that accent. Hey, Tony. Congratulations. 8th place overall. Winning a Bluewater Hunting International video and a Fathom Dive wetsuit top from France with a score of 681 points, Olivia Bardot. Olivia is one of France's very highly ranked divers, winning the 95, 96 and 97 European Cup, a very prized competition, and no doubt, I'm sure he'll be back in the future. Congratulations, Olivia. 7th place overall, winning a Bluewater Hunting International video, an Omer gun and a float, with a score of 740.5 points from France, Pierre Chanluc. Congratulations, Pierre. Sixth place in the Open, winning a Bluewater Hunting International video, a Picasso 1-metre gun from New Zealand with a score of 753 points, Darren Shields. I'm sure it was a pleasant change for Darren to find 26-degree water everywhere today. I know it was certainly very hot out there. Must be a treat from New Zealand waters. Thanks for coming again, Darren. And thanks very much, Michelle, for coming up and presenting the prizes as well.
I am sorry because my English is not very good, but I try to explain you that we went for the first time here in Australia, and we discovered a very fine country, very nice country. We are perhaps, I don't know the result, we are perhaps won this classic blue water, but not the most important for us. Most important is that we have discovered this country, and the welcomes by his event organizer, David Birch. He wasted long time with us, and I thank you for your waste. And secondly, you do great work for the spear fishing in general. That's a good thing for our sport. Thank you, David.
Thank you, Michelle, for those kind words.
Yes, for the working of David Birch, my federation want to offer a souvenir to David of my federation. Can bring the souvenir? This is the flag, our federation, and that's a souvenir of our passage here in Australia. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michelle. Thank you very much. I'd now like to ask last year's winner of the Bluewater Classic to come up and present the prizes to the last 5 Open winners. Edward Hayman. Edward's made the marathon trip return. As anybody will tell you, it's not cheap to come from South Africa to Australia. Edward's a very busy businessman, but he made the effort and brought the old mug back again so that we can give her away to somebody else. Thanks very much, Edward. 5th place Open with a score of 768 points. The winner, Chris Hogan. Chris is one of our most consistent local spear fishermen. He's certainly proving to be a champion over the past couple of years, and really has a great passion for the sport. 4th place with a score of 776 points, another local lad with a vast knowledge of the place, Glenn George Radford.
Good on you, Pedro.
Third place in the Open with a score of 872 points, winning a Cavallero gun, a pair of Cavallero fins, Paul Marks. There's also a shield, I might add, for that, Paul, but it doesn't appear to be included in the package of shields that we picked up. They were only unwrapped tonight, so I will certainly seek that out and get it to you. Congratulations on a job well done, Paul. Second place, with a score of 922 points in total, winning a Picasso wetsuit, Ray Powell. Which brings us to the Open Champion. It's certainly a feat to win this competition. It takes an enormous amount of diligence, an enormous amount of time in the water, a minimal amount of travelling time that is, to successfully pull off this competition, and a fair degree of luck too, I believe. And in saying that, the prize for the Open Champion this year is a shield, a perpetual trophy, free entry to the 1996 1996, missed that by 2 years, the 1999 Bluewater Classic, 1 week's accommodation at Woolgoolga to compete in that event, 3 nights at Club Crocodile Resort in the Whitsundays, and 3 nights at Club Crocodile Long Island Resort up in Airlie Beach, a Rife Island gun, a bungee and a float with a score of 1,148 points, a significant winner again from France, Frederic Torre. Congratulations, Frederic, the 1998 Australian Open Bluewater champion.
Edward, we've got to keep on. You've got to pull it up with the bungee for him.
Thanks very much, Edward, for your help. And thanks very much, especially for coming back again this year. As we hope every champion each year will return and defend the title, as difficult as it is. We might just take a break for 10 minutes. I certainly there was something that... all things we have to do to get my part of the evening finalised so we can get on and have a great night. I've been asked by the French president of the French Spearfishing Association to make everybody aware that a number of the divers in the Federation are sponsored by various companies, and as such, that they don't have requirements for equipment. They're most delighted to win the prizes, don't misunderstand me, or the great French people, but Gerard Segura would like to donate his pair of fins to the only lady in the competition that unfortunately didn't make a score in the competition, and that lady of course is Naomi Spicer. My apologies to Naomi, I didn't acknowledge the fact that there was one lady contestant. I didn't have it written in my schedule, and there's just too much to remember. And also, there's a presentation there from Michelle, from the French Federation, in gratitude.
Federico want to offer you is a 3-night hotel. You want 6 nights, 7 nights, 6 nights, because we are too far from going here, from France here, and he prefer to offer you is 6 nights.
Thank you, Michelle. That's wonderful. That's the week's accommodation at the Whitsundays that they have just given, that Frederic, the champion, has given to Naomi. Back to the list here. Now Pierre Chanloup is also in a similar situation, and he would like to donate his gun to the winning junior, thank you, to the winning junior, Jason Smith. Just to add to his prize list of the bonus. On behalf of everybody, I'd like to thank Pierre very much. And there's also a pair of fins as well. That should spark the young lad up. Congratulations, Jason. All right, we have a prize to draw for the non-scoring competitors. There is a couple of us, isn't there, Andy? There's a few of us around. The main thing is we all had a great weekend. We have a barrel here somewhere, a cup. I thought there was more than that. Is everybody saying? I take your word for it. I could draw myself here. I did. Frighten the thing. I think he is. There's a little intrigue here. I think the person that got drawn actually caught a fish. I want to have a quick look through here. Yeah, that's why it fell out of my hand with shock. We'll have a second draw. Yeah. And the winner, and I hope he didn't get a fish, winning 2 bottles of wine to help drown his sorrows, is Mitch Carpenter. You didn't get a fish, did you, Mitch? yes. Congratulations, Mitch. Now we have a Bodie's prize. We get this prize each year for the enormous effort that the boaties contribute to the competition, whether they be the actual boat owner of the vessel or just somebody that the spear fishermen recruit to look after their boat, to retrieve the divers, etc. through the competition hours, saving for a lot of swimming and putting more time in the water, etc. I don't know what we do without them, quite honestly. So we have a pile of names here in another tub. I hope the person's got a boat. So I'll draw one of that, and the prize for that is 20 litres of oil, compliments of Performance Fuels that own the mobile garage down there on the Pacific Highway that I trust you all filled up with over the weekend, especially those with big thirsty boats. Good up. It's very important to look after these people, these sponsors. That's why we list them in the program. They put ads in the program. They really get behind the event, and it's important that us as competitors and our families utilise these people and support them with your purchases. As I say, the prize is 20 litres of oil, plus a jacket, compliments of one of our local club members, a very generous businessman named Chris Hogan, who absolutely loves his spearfishing as well, and is a great supporter of the sport of blue water hunting. I'll ask somebody to draw that. Okay, the name that's been drawn out is Alan Renee. Is Alan here tonight? Here he is. Good on you, Alan. I only met Alan yesterday morning and I didn't know his last name, and the writing was a little tricky to read, but congratulations, Alan. All right, you've won yourself a beautiful spray jacket and 20 litres of outboard oil, which is up at the mobile garage for you to pick up. Congratulations, mate. And thanks very much for your help too over the weekend. I don't know what we would have done without you. There's a great number of local fishermen that came to my rescue. When we had trouble with a couple of boats splitting and breaking down, etc. And I am most appreciative of their efforts over the weekend. Now, the next thing I'd like to get through is the draw for the painting. This lovely watercolour painting up here was done by one of our local artists, Ray Whitten. The tickets are somewhere around here in another barrel, marked barrel C. So we'd like to get a winner for that and give this beautiful watercolour painting away. Mike, I'll ask you this time to do the honours. You've shaved under your arms, that's encouraging to see. And the winner, most appropriately, a great guy, Gooda Pringle. Certainly goes for the blue boat, Gooda. Congratulations, mate. The most unique painting of our sport, uniquely captured by this local man. Congratulations, mate. All right. Good on ya. Well done. Couple more things we'll get through. The committee's Choice Fish Award. And I'll ask Alec Howard, the actual creator of this award and the replica that he makes each year most generously and donates to the competition. I can't imagine how long it takes to carve these things by hand out of solid timber. But Alec, as I said, has been well over 45 years in the sport. He was the founder of the first club I was greatly involved in, and comes along the event each year to give his support. The award itself is decided by the committee, and every year it's a very difficult decision to make, but it became rather obvious to the committee, without my involvement, that the most unique fish over the weekend was the 19.1 kilo barracuda. And the winner of that, of course, is Tim Nielsen. Congratulations, Tim. I'll ask Ali to present these awards. Tim, as I mentioned before, is the current Australian spearfishing champion. Made the marathon effort from Queensland down to Hobart, Tasmania, to win the Australian titles. I can't imagine how he coped with the cold weather down there, or the cold water anyway, but he certainly came through with the goods and goes into history. Congratulations, Tim. And thanks very much, Alec, again, for your special time.
Look, I'd like to thank everybody for coming. This tonight is really special. I'm a little bit nervous last year, I'm just a bit nervous tonight too. But look, this is really a special night. We've got so many internationals. Juniors, they look forward to you. I did this last night. They look forward to you, Blake, because of what you've achieved. You blokes are really doing something for the sport. And what Dave and his committee, what Dave and his committee have done, as far as I'm concerned, is the best thing that can happen to this sport. It's a good sport. What you fellas are doing, Bluewater, keep it up. It's fantastic. It's the best sport going, isn't it?
Thanks very much, Alec. I'd also like to mention that a lot of photographs have been taken here tonight by Woolgoolga Photo World, which is the main photo shop over in the arcade there next to the post office, inside the little arcade there. And all the proofs will be ready tomorrow morning to view if you'd like to put your order in before you go home for some excellent quality professional photographs taken by the proprietor sitting down here who's diligently followed things through the night. And thanks very much to him for his efforts as well. A special thanks to Margaret. I wish you'd have fished this year, Margaret, like I tried to talk you into it. I bet you're cursing yourself now. I've known this lady for a number of years, and thanks very much for your efforts over the course of the evening. A special thanks to the committee. The committee puts in a lot of time at various venues before the actual competition to get things organised, and without going through the list of names, a special thanks to those for their efforts and over the course of the weekend. And many other people that contribute to the success of the competition each year. The Woolgoolga Chamber of Commerce, Woolgoolga Bowling Club where we are this evening, the Woolgoolga Volunteer Sea Rescue certainly put in a great effort today. I don't know how much they had to do yesterday if there was any drama, but certainly some work put in this afternoon, and they risked their lives, let's face it. They risk their lives each time they put to sea and rescue. And I believe now it's called the Woolgoolga Volunteer Marine Rescue. They've changed it from sea to marine. And in fact, we have a gentleman here from that organisation, in Steve Barnes up the back, who I think wants to say a few words. Steve, did you? If you'd like to, come on up.
Thanks, Dave. I belong to the Woolgoolga, it used to be the Sea Rescue. Now it's the Woolgoolga VMR. Now, all organisations are what we're doing for helping out organisations like this event. It's really paid off. Tractors, and there was another professional fisherman that helped today to do the tractor work. Appreciated Danny Stewart. And all in all, what I want to say is it's really a good event. I was participated in a Woolgoolga Sea Rescue this afternoon, towing 2 boats back. That is a one-off event that we had to do down there, down south, to tow 2 boats back. Now that was unreal for us in that sea. That sea was really wild. And that is what Bluewater is for sea rescue. And really appreciate from all these people are here to do the dive. I don't know what I'm talking about. but it is. I belong to the Bluewater Sea Rescue, and that's what we're all about, is towing people back. Right?
Thanks very much, Steve, and your organisation. One last thing. One last thing, I have a message here from Steve, who took out a couple of the British lads. He wishes them better luck next year. Fishing wasn't what they planned, but he certainly looks forward to seeing them against next year. And that's from Steve also, who took the couple of English lads out. That's about it as far as I'm concerned for the evening. I trust you stick around and have a great night. I certainly look forward to seeing you all next year. I hope you had a good time, if not a good time, a certainly memorable time. And I trust you will enjoy yourselves for the evening. Thanks very much, and have a good night.
The fat